Cowabunga!
Listen, so let's talk about this upcoming election.
Sure.
Let's talk about truth. Let's talk about what's at stake. Let's talk about the fact, let's be honest, and I know you and I know this really well, is the fact that Donald Trump being in the presidency, no matter how or what you think about him, remember, the night that the election started, he was down by 20 points. He wasn't supposed to win.
Yeah.
He not only became the president, but he became the president in spite of the Republican Party and in CNN and a lot of people on Fox and the Democrat Party and like a whole. Listen, here's the deal. Here's the thing. What's with Christians who can't vote? Why? What are they doing?
Well, yeah, let's dive into that. But first, the guy who came down the golden escalator defeated 16 other Republicans, called out how both parties have betrayed the American middle class, beat the media, beat the Clintons, beat the Bushes, beat voter fraud, deep state, and big tech, gets spied on, becomes president, they launch a fake Russia Mueller probe, we end up moving the embassy to lead in the Iran deal, killing Qasem Soleimani, Baghdadi, eliminating ISIS, most pro-life president in American history.
Wait, say it again. Most pro-life president.
Most pro-life president in American history. You got Gorsuch, you got Kavanaugh, you got over 200 circuit court judges, more regulations cut than any other president since Abraham Lincoln, believe it or not. We had the best economy in American history. They throw a virus at us. However you believe it came here, we can dive into that, but whatever.
You're going to hear more soon.
And we lock down our country. Then we decide that we're an awful country. We want to burn it down to the ground, race riots. And they impeached him back in January, and we thought we were going to go to war with Iran. Did you think it was going to be easy when a disruptor became president? Did you think that all of a sudden that this was going to be a seamless entry into all of a sudden putting the power back to the people away from the kingdom of Washington, D.C.? No, this actually makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
This makes sense that the man that is there, he is a vessel for each and every one of you that believes that the ruling class in our country has not been serving your best interest. One other thought on that, Jack. He is, people say, well, I don't like his tone, I don't like his tweets, I don't like all that. Well, that's fine. I think that's a separate topic in some ways. Look, he's the bodyguard to civil society. He's guarding the door. It's that simple. When you hire a bodyguard to defend your family when riots are outside, do you go and tap them on the shoulder when the bullets are flying and they're coming closer? Hey, man, can I look at your tweets? And he's like, you understand the mob's like right there, right? And I'll take care of it. Just make sure I stay here and I don't leave the door, because civil society's right there. I got to stay right here in front of this door, and I'm going to make sure I hold them back. You're like, can you fix your tone a little bit? It's like, did I not just mention the mob is literally right there that wants to burn everything down? So I kind of think it's a clumsy argument, to be honest with you, because we're not electing a human being. Get that out of your mind. The United States presidency is electing a worldview. It's electing an entire infrastructure of a philosophy of ideals, ideas, and how you want the government and the country to go. Donald Trump is merely a representation of civil society. Donald Trump is merely a placeholder for what is moral and what is good. And my goodness, I'll tell you what. I kind of like the fact that he punches back a little bit. I like the fact that he fights. I think that what is not defended ends up decaying. That what is not put forward with truth ends up getting robbed by what is evil and dark. And people say, well, Charlie, I just think that he's had a very checkered and troubled past. I said, well, if I could be as good as you one day, please give me the instruction manual for that.
That's the big deal. People will say always, well, you know, he's got a checkered past. Every single one of you have got a checkered past.
Amen.
We all do. Here's the thing. He's not the guy that he used to be. You know, we're America. We're supposed to be so forgiving and so kind and so prone to give people a second chance. But we turn around and we go after this guy. And here's what I'd like to put out before you. Look how his kids speak and treat and their relationship with each other. Did you know, where were we? We were somewhere not too long ago where the Trump kids, did you know the Trump kids get a call from him every day? No matter where he is in the world, he calls his kids every day. Look how they speak about their dad. And here's the cool thing. That dude's got way more stuff vested in this nation than we do. The guy owns an empire, and he's responsible for tens of thousands of employees, but his biggest treasure is his grandkids. Yeah. He's got a lot going on. If I had his billions, I would not be president. Right?
Your church would be a little bigger.
Think about it. You would. Why would you be 74 years old and take on that job? And I'll be quiet with this. If you have any doubt about him getting the job done or who or what he stands for, look at who his enemies are.